The Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project. I'm Chucky T and I'm joined each and every week by Jack Magic.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm alright, mate.
Lovely.
Good. I'm also joined each and every week by the Boner Shopping.
Afternoon.
Hello,
How you
friend.
doing? Hello, friends. We're all good.
Yes,
Marvellous.
mate.
Good. I'm good about that.
Good. And working behind the scenes tirelessly, as always, with his magic little fingers, it is producer Vonnie.
Hello.
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 Are you pumped?
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah?
Pumped up.
Ooh.
Ooh, I've been here for hours.
You actually have.
I have, yeah.
It's
Ready.
been long. Been a long
Bombed
day.
it down the hill.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
It's been good. Yeah.
When does afternoon become evening?
4:30 or 5, one or the other.
It just even depends where you live, does it? Yeah.
Depends what side of the bed you come out on.
Because surely evening is still afternoon.
Yeah.
Because it is afternoon. Isn't
But
it?
afternoon cannot be evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You answered your own question,
Yeah,
didn't
there
you?
you go. About 5, 6 o'clock, isn't it, surely?
Yeah. When the sun becomes kissed by the orange colours.
Yes, dear.
Time's a construct, so.
Yeah.
Exactly. Time fucking don't exist anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys, me and Vonnie talked about this a little bit earlier, but finally understand it.
What?
I get Kanye West.
No, you don't. No, that's a lie. Nobody gets Kanye
I
West.
understand him. Have you heard his new song?
What? Heil Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
Oh,
don't get it.
what a banger.
What do you mean, what a banger?
It's just got a vibe. It's just, if the words were a bit different, it'd be great.
Has it actually got a vibe on it?
Yeah, it has. But yeah, the chorus is N-bomb, Heil Hitler, repeated. So,
He's creative genius,
but
isn't
it
he?
is
Yeah.
it's catchy. But I get it. I do genuinely get it. He has executed it very poorly. But,
His policies?
yeah, but what
What is there to get?
So the song kind of touches on it, but the idea is everyone's painting me as a villain, so I'll be the villain. But he has not. Yeah, he's not done it right, has he?
No.
Because he's like, everyone thinks I'm like this fucking Hitler, so I'm just gonna be a Hitler, and it's like, it's kind of a metaphorical Hitler. Kanye, it wasn't a. Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, banger, innit?
No. No, it's not.
Have you actually listened to it, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Because
today
our mate
for the
sent me a
first
clip
time.
of it and I was like, this can't be real. Surely to God.
Is it like incredibly satirical to the point where it's like, what is that about?
I'm trying to find the lyrics and they're nowhere to be seen. That's how bad it is.
They've deleted it. Everything's been deleted about it.
I don't think the Hail Hitler part is the worst part of it. For me, it's the lyric, yes, I am a cook. He just says that. He goes, yeah, I like seeing my wife being
Railed.
proud, and yes, I am a cook. And I was like, oh, okay.
I saw one the other day that's about him his cousin's in prison because he murdered some pregnant woman and him and his cousin used to suck each other off.
Yeah,
That's what it
Kanye,
is.
eh?
That's a weird one, yeah.
He's like, oh, mate,
We agreed we wouldn't watch porn together, so we sucked each other off.
That's
Something along those lines.
Just for the record, that's not the bit I understand.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, which song was you talking about?
It feels like he needs to work this all out through therapy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stop singing about it, dude.
Yeah, stop telling people.
It's mad that
yeah.
finally it's come to the point where it's like we've found someone we can go, just be less creative.
Yeah.
Just
stop.
Stop doing the arts.
Yeah.
Because you've tried it now for a long time, and arguably, I know you're very successful, but it ain't gone right, has it? For you.
Well, what was mad for me was watching it, because obviously you're kind of in like disbelief that someone's actually done this as a song. But like I said, it did genuinely kind of click. I was like, I get what he's trying to do as a message here, but
Not happening.
doing it wrong.
I got something happened work today I wanted to say about.
Oh, yeah?
I was going to do the sponsor.
I want to do sponsor first.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the next bit.
We didn't the last few weeks. Though, we waited like half an hour before we did the sponsor, so I don't know what happens anymore.
I don't either. I just go with whatever he says.
Do the sponsor.
This week, the Utopia Project is brought to you by Holy Ghosts, the Invisible Pothole Company.
Okay, so the the Utopia Project this week is sponsored by Holy Ghost. It's the invisible pothole company. I'm going to take you back to a time when I was on my bike, right? And I was looking at speed bumps, and I thought they make you slow down, don't they? Even though you want to go real quick, and then that keeps everyone real happy because the car, if you go over it too quick, car blows up. But then if you're going too quick, you're going to crash people. You're going to die. And then I thought about potholes and thought, fuck that, man. Fucking hate a pothole. Horrible, aren't they? When you're like all over them and stuff.
Correct.
Especially on road bikes and that. But then I thought, fight fire with fire. So what Holy Ghost is like a paste, like custard, but not really. Not at all like custard, but it's just a paste. And what you do is, instead of filling over fucking potholes and fixing them, because no one can fucking fix potholes, what I think is we'll go the opposite direction and we'll smash up the road everywhere so everything's a pothole, and then Holy Ghosts makes them invisible. But because there's potholes everywhere and you don't know about it, you're going to go slower so they won't seem as bad. And if a whole road is made of fucking potholes, then you haven't got anything good to compare it to. So in retrospect, it seems like a good ride. But if you go from smooth tarmac onto a pothole, you think it's shit because you know how the other half used to live on the smooth tarmac. And we don't want that anymore. So we're going to smash everything up. We're going to put some custard, like fucking Holy Ghost cream on. So it's going to make them invisible. And then it's going to look really good. And everyone's going to enjoy it on the same token, because everyone is gonna fucking have a bumpy ride, all right? But after a while, your bumpy ride's just gonna feel good because you'll forget that roads used to be good and now they're just all shit. But then that's your level of fucking good now, isn't it? So basically, you can buy as many pots as you want. We don't sell the hammers as well, but you can get them from any...
Oh, so do you have to put the cream down yourself?
You can do it yourself. It's like DIY shit. So you can just get yourself a hammer or a jackhammer.
But if you can't see it, how do you know where somebody's put the cream down?
Oh, I don't know. Just make another one.
Because like you could have come and filled in a pothole, but I've not known you filled it in.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, 9 of us could do it, and we could have a big pile of invisible cream. It's
yeah,
like
but no, it's fine,
like
because at the end you get your invisible cream down, but it's a solvent, so it comes off as well. So what happens, if you want to make another pothole, you can just smash up your own pothole. Even if it's already been done, it'll smash it up again, put your cream down, and because you don't know where the other ones are, it's repeat business, isn't it? Because you can't remember where your original potholes are. So you can make as many potholes as you want, repeat business all the time. It comes in a little tin of something, and it is grey tarmac colour, like paint. And what do you reckon?
What do you reckon?
Go to www.holyghosttheinvisiblepotholecompany.com / this is a good idea.
And for that reason, I'm out.
No, you're not out. Anyway, so yeah, again, discount codes. You can buy your set. You get your first pot free with every order of 86 of them. If you buy less than that, then you don't get nothing because you're a load of shit. But you can get discount code Ghostly Riding.
I think that if we didn't have a guest coming in, I'd have gone home.
Borderline halfway through that, I was not sure if you was having a breakdown again.
I might be.
That's the risk we're taking it.
One thing I will take away from this is when you said, Jack, I'm out.
Yeah.
And you went, no, you're not. I think that's a great tactic you should take on Dragon's Den, and people should. When you say, and for that reason, I'm out, and you just go, no, you're not. And you carry on your bit.
You just keep going until you're forced to buy it. Yeah.
I've got 4 dragons and one of them is investing. We've all said we're out. No, you're not.
I feel like, to be honest, I'm going to have to go with that idea now because I'm just running out of ideas, to be honest with you. So you're in, you're always in, you're never going home, you're not, you're buying loads of them. We're going to be real happy about it because I'm not going to say it's shit anymore. I'm going to say it's real good, not like the other week. It's fucking great. It's really good. I love my ideas. So good.
The thing is, if everything is a pothole, then nothing's a pothole.
Exactly. There we go. If everything's shit, then what is actually shit?
It's not shit.
It's not shit, and it's nice.
I think that the people that you need to win over are not people like Vorney.
Oh, he's my friend.
Vorney was hooked in off the title. That's not the best business partner to go.
Why do I want to win over people that don't like my ideas? People that I don't want to be around.
As long as you've got a good name, Vorney's invested.
There you go.
I think
That's
we
all
go
you
on
need.
Dragon's Den and we take that and we go, when
No,
they
you're
say
not.
you're out, just
No,
go,
you're not.
no, you're not.
No, you're not. Anyway, basically, what happens if everything's a pothole, nothing's a pothole?
So the invisible gel,
Yeah.
is the gel invisible?
No.
So potholes everywhere, gel gets poured in, and then it's just, what's the gel? What's the consistency?
No, it's very...
I can't understand
No.
that you're filling in a hole to lower the ground.
No. So what happens is you use a hammer, you smash up the ground, you make the hole.
I should not have asked.
It's too late now. You're in. All right.
As soon as you said that, I thought, why is he doing
I
that?
don't know.
You
Just
can
stop.
reply and kind of say, no, I'm not.
Yeah, well, you are. Anyway, so visually, all right, you smash up the ground,
No, I don't.
and then I need to say it now. I need to say it. You know, come on.
I'll go back and watch the episode, and then any notes I've got.
Lovely. Anyway, so there's a hole in the ground, and then that hole's there. That's like, it's fine. But then the invisible like layer of stuff makes it look like the hole isn't there, but it is there.
Like a Looney Tunes kind of vibe.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Roadrunner's always getting tricked.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a trick, but if you don't know where the tricks are, you're going to be a lot safer on the road.
So be cautious. I'm with him.
You could be riding along and then just smash, big pothole, you're dead.
You would if you're going real quick, but it's going to make you go slower, innit? Because you don't want to get dead. Anyway, there you go. That's
Sure.
big idea.
I love it. I'm in.
He's in.
Of course he's in.
Yeah.
He's a moron.
No, he's
That is
not.
also true.
You're a moron.
Wow.
Right.
Well, that's that done.
You've got other things on your list that weren't pre-planned.
You've got
Get
loads
through
of
them
things.
all, and then we'll do the podcast.
Right. Tell you what, fuck your podcast. Martin's pet peeve and a good vibe, both wrapped into one.
What you got?
Right.
Yeah.
White trainers.
He's got stuff.
Sharpie's rants episode. Let's go. Go on.
White trainers. All right. Love a white trainer. Fucking great, innit? Not when it's me. I've got coffee stains and blood on it.
And blood.
How?
Yeah.
How have you done both
I
of
looked
those
down
things?
and it was tainted. So this is all coffee because I had like 3 coffees and I was like, wow, I'm gonna have a 4th one. And then I was like fucking shaking it and then I spilt it everywhere. But I didn't spill all of it, but I spilt a bit. And then I didn't notice till later I'd spilt it over all my white crepes, man. So I was fuming about that. I don't know why there's blood on the lace. That just appeared as well. There you go. And I just think it's annoying.
Why is there blood on it?
Don't know. I can't tell you that. It just appeared. But like the fact that I fucking love a white trainer, they're fucking phenomenal and they're fresh as fuck. But then when I get fucking coffee stains on it, it's fucking rubbish now and it's shit. Like, and now I ain't got any nice fresh white trainers anymore.
You know when I said, you know that guy we had on the podcast who cleans shoes? You know when I said, just message him, he'll clean them for you.
That happened today though.
Well, message him, he'll clean them for you.
That's good because now you can get them clean, can't you?
Yeah, but that's
because it's pointless doing it before they're dirty.
Can you clean the shoes? I need to get them dirty.
yeah, I know. But like as much as Scott's great, I would love for him not to be necessary. But it is necessary with my white trainers, and I'm like, no, I've just got
What about
mucky
that
shoes.
protective thing you can get? You know when you've
Crep
got like
protect.
those... There's crep protect. Does that...
Robots.
Supposedly that works quite well. I just forgot that ever existed. To be honest with you, I just looked down my shoe and it was tainted. So I can't go back, unfortunately, in time. But
I bought a pair of shoes off Vinted and the right one is too small.
what?
I'm so sad.
He's got a club foot.
No, the right one. Don't know, my big toe just starts to ache in the right foot and I'm like, why? It's still size 9. But do you think, this is my theory, do you think if you buy off Vinted, it's second hand, they've been worn in, probably washed a few times, do you think they shrank?
What if that geezer didn't have that toe? He just had like that.
He never bedded in. He might not have had a big toe on his right foot. Never bedded it in. That's effectively, that's the one part of all of them trainers that's the new bit.
Yeah.
Never been touched.
Anyway, I do have a bit of something.
Yeah.
Have you got a theme tune for me?
What
Chance?
sort of theme tune?
A pretty ridiculous theme tune.
Yes.
I don't know if we do it still.
Yeah, there
Have you
go.
got it? 2 minutes playing it.
Yeah, there. Everybody.
It's the ridiculous news. It's stupid and it's been in the news.
What we got?
Stories from around the world. They're here for us to abuse.
Abuse.
Zeros. Weirdos, we got a few. We're out practice this. It's the ridiculous news.
Whammy.
I got ridiculous news. David, hit them up. That picture, please.
Yes.
It's just on a fucking error code.
Did the sound throw you off there a bit, David? There we go, look. Sex pigs halt traffic after laser attack on Pokemon teens.
For a minute, I thought that was to do with the Six Flags.
Is that a steel mill?
Yep, it is. Yeah. That's it's a water mill, I think. I don't really know what it does. That was the headline, and I thought, what the fuck's going on with this? But we need to know more.
Right, okay.
Still
Just say it again.
Sex pigs halt traffic. Sex pigs. Fucking hell. Sex pigs halt traffic after laser attack on Pokemon teens.
What
does that mean?
Right,
I was like, colour me interested.
We're going to break this down, aren't we? Right. Me and Sharpie will work together to figure out what the story's on about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can tell us if it's right.
The photo doesn't describe what's happening.
There's no pigs or traffic, is there?
And there's no
or
teams,
sex, or
Pokemons, or lasers.
Just a picture of a watermill.
So, what could sex pigs be?
Sex pigs. Just, like builders, man. That are just like, you pig. And they're like, hey, tits.
Yeah.
So they're sex pigs, and they're halting traffic.
We know that. We ain't got to figure that out. They're
Traffic is another word for women, because they're halting the women and going, love, hey, gears a go on some sex.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's 2016.
Yeah, but that also doesn't make any sense like the rest of it.
So the Pokemon part is probably Pokemon Go, because I think that Pokemon Go, was it 2016? That kind of
right.
Probably.
It was. Remember when Pokemon Go kicked off?
Yeah.
And everybody was out and about? I think it was 2016.
And people used to go outside.
Yeah, to be fair, it would have been, because I remember Pokemon, because you went round.
Was it yours, wasn't it?
Round my estate with no top on, trying to find them, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that was before we had Litland.
Yeah.
So, right, we might have got this.
I just saw the date.
Right, what's happening with the laser attack?
The sex pigs hold traffic after laser attack.
I'm assuming
laser pens.
Builders.
Laser pens.
Yeah.
Sexual pigs. I think
builders.
Sex pigs, man. They might actually be pigs. Maybe. Right, here it is.
I got
it. Kids were just Pokemon hunting. They found themselves in a farm and they was hunting for the Pokemon with lasers, and it was mating season for the pigs, and they were all sexed up. And they chased the kids doing Pokemon hunting because they're all sexed up, thinking, I don't know, fuck it, let's fuck the humans. I think I'm
and
close.
They all ran out into the road off from the farm.
I haven't figured out the laser bit. Laser attack.
I feel like Vaughan is way involved in this.
Where does the wheel come in?
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. It's just throwing us off. What's that? Why is there a picture for the listeners? It's just a picture of a watermill?
A proper old school watermill, yeah.
With that headline underneath it.
The giant bike wheel.
Sex pigs?
Halt traffic after laser attack.
Wait, traffic's involved.
Yeah. I think you're about there. There must be something to do with Pokemon Go, the hunting, and then it depends. Is sex pigs a play on words like, saying like the builders or fiends or whatever?
I think it might be actual
horny pigs.
I think it's horny pigs.
Going, there's some fucking little Pokemon hunters over there. Grease them up. We're gonna fuck them.
It's pigs in it that are just bare shagging.
Yeah.
All right, and they're like, the car's like, get out of the way, and they're like, no, I'm shagging, and they're just in the way.
The laser attack.
But then there was like, whoa, it's a laser attack, man. And then I don't know what that means, but on the Pokemon teens.
Jack, am I close?
You, out of all of it, one bit is correct.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, do you know what's happening? I thought we were just being fun.
No, I do actually know what it is. I'm bringing a lot of guessing games to you at the minute, aren't I?
Yeah.
Would you like to know?
Find out next week.
Yeah, find out next week.
Don't do this.
People in pig masks terrorise Pokemon Go players with lasers before having sex at a local landmark.
Where's traffic?
In the road?
Where's the traffic?
Well, you don't just read it out. Do you know the...
So, what have we got? Teenagers playing Pokemon Go were attacked with lasers by a pair of people wearing pig masks who were later caught holding up traffic as they had sex by a water wheel. The way Dave just went, oh.
You know what I find interesting is the fact, like, obviously laser pointer pens, like, that makes sense. Where it says laser attack, I was like, we don't even have lasers, man. We're not aliens.
Yeah.
We're not that good, are we? Like, and I was like,
And
oh,
he was
yeah.
right with laser pens, though.
Yeah, well, when you say it's laser attack, so one of the victims said they wore rubber masks depicting pigs' heads and they started screaming and waving a green laser. It's hardly a laser attack, is it?
I can't do it.
But to be fair, it's got you reading, hasn't it? You're seeing that in the article and the headline, like, fucking hell, what's this?
Yeah.
And they should have put pictures of, like, pig men with lasers for eyes, though. I don't get the watermill part.
That's where they're shagged.
That's where they were
That was a
doing
shagging
pig
spot.
sex,
Oh,
yeah.
right, okay. Right, okay.
But, but
Sure.
that wheel is not...
You know? Sure.
So they just had sex next to it.
Yeah, but that wheel is not the main focal point,
No.
is it?
Just to finish it nicely,
Yeah.
they finished the article nicely by saying police are currently hoping to find the culprits as public sex is a criminal act and lasers can cause serious harm. Just so you're aware.
I hope they never found them.
They're doing next to the wheel.
The what?
They were next to the wheel.
But who thought that's a good idea? Apparently they had matching shirts on, but I must have copied the wrong bit on.
You got to put your matching shirts on for your pig sex laser attacks, haven't you?
I'll be honest with you.
2025.
That's Pig Laser Attack 101.
Yeah.
Can we make t-shirts just Pig Laser Attack 2016?
2016.
Pig Sex Laser
Yeah.
Attack.
Meet you at the wheel.
Pokemon Go, question mark?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'll be honest with you, I fucked this up a little bit because I thought I'd copied like 3 just like snippets of the article, but I've actually just done the same bit twice.
Read it out 3 times. Then.
So it's
Get through it all, Jack. All the content.
with 2,000 inhabitants. The town with 2,000 inhabitants became the talk of the nation. Who, when two teenagers playing Pokemon Go, were attacked with lasers by a pair of people wearing pig masks, who were later caught holding up traffic as they had sex by a water wheel. They wore rubber masks depicting pigs' heads, and they started screaming and waving a green laser. One of the victims told the newspaper. In a town with just 2,000 inhabitants became the talk of the nation when 2 teenagers playing Pokemon Go were attacked with lasers by a pair of people wearing pig masks, who were later caught holding up traffic as they had sex by a water wheel. They wore rubber masks depicting pigs' heads, and they started screaming and waving a green laser. One of the victims told the newspaper. Police are currently hoping to find the culprits as public sex is a criminal act and lasers can cause serious harm.
You know,
I feel like I was in extra English again there.
you know what all I could think for that was is we need an uncut version for Patreon.
There you go. That's the
only bit
uncut. That's the uncut version. There you go. Now you'll know where the water
You
wheel
missed
came
that
in.
home on the public.
Get more for your money, man.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, should we fuck off
On
and
that
get a
note,
guest in?
yeah, should we have a little break and try and get back to
I think you should do more of those, Jack. I think they're fun.
I don't.
I think you should. We go. Dave, put 5 minutes on the clock, and here we go, and that's the game. I like the game last week that you played. Fucking incredible. Yeah.
Fine. Well, I'll bring them both back then.
Okie dokie.
Sound.
In a minute.
Utopia Project.
Now then, everybody, hope you're enjoying this week's show. just wanted to take a little bit of a moment to ask you to do us a massive favour. We've noticed on the stats that there's plenty of people watching this show and listening, and you all seem to love it. But one thing you haven't done, if you can take the time just to smash that bloody subscribe button on our YouTube. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers now, so we're really pushing it, and we would love for people to just press that button, help us out. It's free, it costs you absolutely nothing. It'd be really great if you could support the show that way. Another way to do it, if you're a listener or on Spotify, then press the follow button and help us pump them numbers up as well, and give us a little review and stuff. It's absolutely amazing that you all watch this show as free best mates that just wanted to have a bit of a chat and all that. The fact that people tune in every week is absolutely phenomenal, and we couldn't be more grateful. But if you could help us just push those numbers, sends it to more and more people around the world, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, enough of me rattling on. Enjoy the rest of the show. Belter!
Utopia Project.
Welcome back to the show. If you are enjoying this episode, then make sure you sign up to our Patreon, where you can get loads of extra bits and bobs. You get 48-hour early access to all of our public stuff and access to the uncut episodes. You also get Sharpie.
Say again.
Discount on merch.
Oh, we're about Patreon, are we?
Yes,
I was in another planet.
Oh, yeah,
you get discount on merch.
2 minutes ago when I said, "Are you ready?"
No, I can't remember that bit either, to be honest. It's been a while I haven't been here. Yeah. We get discount on merch. We've got some lovely wares for you. We've got a load of hoodies, t-shirts, loads of stuff. Loads of us. There's National fucking Treasure on it. It's all discounted with the Patreon. What else do we get?
You can get it for £1, £2, £3, £6, £20, or £100. Pay whatever you fucking want, really. But
made out.
Yeah, I just made it up. Yeah, it's £1, £3, £5, £10.
Yeah.
Fish.
Cool. Yeah. It's really good. My favourite was the one where God came on.
Yeah, Jesus did come on one.
Yeah, God boy.
Yeah.
God boy.
Yeah, so you do get exclusive episodes as well.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And what can you do for free to support the show, Jack?
You just sign up, subscribe, follow us on socials, all that sort of shit.
At Utopia Project Pod.
Yes.
Enough of that waffling.
Yeah.
Did we do it all right?
I think so. That'll be all right, won't it?
Yeah,
Who's here? We've got someone here.
It's Toby Revezano.
Hello, how are you all? Nice
Did I
to
say
meet
it
you.
right?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm not even going to try and butcher that.
I've definitely heard worse for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What's been the worst one?
I can't even remember. I've had it my whole life, though. My whole life.
Yeah, he just used to go, fuck's sake. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, that was it.
Just call me Toby.
Yeah.
See, my name's actually Antonio.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
I found out when I was about 6. Someone called me Antonio. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, that's your actual name.
Was that a stranger?
Yeah. No, it's my mum.
Yeah, someone, this woman. Yeah.
We'll keep that under wraps for a while.
I was going to say, do you not like seeing your birth certificate, right? But like you're 6, aren't you? Who gives a shit about a birth certificate when
That
you're 6?
actually happened to me not a couple of days ago. I was sorting out loads of paperwork, let them come in. I was like sorting all the files out, and she went, "Oh, there's one here. Look, it's a car insurance, car tax. It says Elsie's stuff. What's this?" And she pulled it out to see her birth certificate, and she's like, "Why got records of me? What's this about? What's this?" And there's like the red baby book and everything with all the. And she's like, you know so much about me." I'm like, "Yeah, because you're my fucking daughter."
Yeah.
Like,
I created you, bitch.
Keep it in for me,
Yeah,
innit?
it's weird. It blew her fucking tiny mind. It was just something that I always assumed was a normal thing.
Yeah.
So Liberty Slice.
Yeah. We've just launched our new New York style pizza,
which I'm informed is delightful. And
we're pretty proud of it.
Get down and try it.
Yeah.
We so I can tell you how it all became about if you like.
Go for it,
So,
man.
I had a friend. I don't know if any of you met him through the bar. He's an American guy called Chris Kneppel from New York. Quite loud American guy. Anyway, you sure you must have met. He was here for a few years, but me and him became pretty close.
Yeah.
Anyway, he invited me out to New York to go and stay with his family in Queens in New York. I was like, yeah, obviously I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
And then after some time, he took me to his favourite. He said, "Well, while you're in New York, you got to try a New York slice. It's our thing." I was like, "Okay," so we did. He took us to this place. His favourite growing up in Queens is a place called Flushing, Main Street, Flushing, Queens. It was a Chinese neighbourhood, like in Queens, but they had this spot there that he used to go to when he was growing up. So we went there, had this slice, and like 3 days later, I was like, what was on that slice of pizza? It was like crack. Honestly, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
How was it like different? What was about it that was like, what I'm on?
See, look, I'm half Italian, as you can tell from my name.
Yeah.
So, you know, I always grew up eating Italian food, you know, and I always thought, you know, Italian pizza's got to be the best, right? You know, in fact, my family are from Naples, where pizza's from.
Wow.
So I was like, you know, it ain't going to be any better. So when I got there and tried it, I was like, right, this is good, but it's completely its own way. They use like dry mozzarella, they use different blend of cheese. There's a sweeter tomato sauce, and it's just way more unhealthy, greasy, but it's delicious in its own right.
Yeah.
You know, so which I was like, okay, right, maybe I don't know it all. You know, maybe I should try it. So anyway, he comes back to England. He ended up leaving England, lived in Japan. He flew back from Japan for my 40th birthday, and I'd taken over the neighbouring property next to Akedo. So we were having a few beers. I was like, mate, I don't really know what to do. I was going to do like chicken wings or like chicken sandwiches, stuff like that. He's like, no, man, why do a New York slice? And I was just like, well, that could work. You know, that stuff was like crack. I reckon people would come back. If I do it right, I reckon it can.
If you lace it just right.
Yeah. You know them little shakers? They ain't Parmesan, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and anyways, I just thought, oh yeah, I think New York pizza. So we've opened. We called it Liberty Slice. I was trying to think of something, you know, that would you think of New York, you think of the Statue of Liberty, and then I just thought Liberty Slice Co.
Simple to the point, isn't it? How long have you been open now?
We've only been open since late February. So what's it now? 3 months.
How long did it take to turn it down?
Oh snap! I thought it was a little bit longer than that.
No, 3 months. Sorry, what was that?
I was just going to say, how long did it take to sort of turn it round then, from idea to?
Well, with the council being the way that they are, you would have thought turning a current. Well, there used to be Poppins Grill right next door, right?
Yeah.
So we'd have thought it'd be easy, but no. Turns out the people that were in there before, who've been there for 30 years, had no paperwork
I'm not surprised.
to do what they were doing. So Poppins were selling your kebabs illegally for 30 years.
Mate, I'm a criminal. Illegal kebabs. Criminal, man.
Yeah.
So
we're supporting the criminal underworld.
Almost makes it sound tastier.
The question is, though, that they got away with it for so long.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because someone wasn't doing their work. So when I come in thinking, this is going to be an easy little transition.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean, we were, to get all the paperwork through and have the permissions to do it, took about a year. A year of me paying rent, by the way, on a shop that was empty, which is tough.
Geez.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, on top of just coming out of COVID, on top of, you know, the electricity prices getting skyrocketing. Then I took on this shop. I mean, it's my own fault to some extent. But, you know, my hands were also tied. You know, I was like, I won this shop, going to have to take it. I was under pressure, took it. Oh, yeah, this is a complete fuck up. But,
why don't you just do what Poppins did and just don't bother?
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I did think that. I was like, why? I should have just opened.
They lasted 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Just open anyway.
But it is what it is.
What are they going to do? Shut you down? They think they are the council.
The thing is now, it's all legit. You know, we've got nothing to worry about. And the council, they love it. You know, they love what I've done for the area, because the street I'm on's crap. Right, let's face it. You've got Akedo next door. What a shit all that place is. But I think I've heard there's a hot dog place coming up down the street now, and then a vinyl store. So I think, you know, with us all working together, we can make that street a bit better. So that's what I aim to do.
Build up that sort of little community vibe as well.
Yeah, some good little places on there now, isn't there? That geek shop's on there, isn't it? That's quite cool.
Yeah,
cool
Geek Out should have a bit of a shout out. Like they're nice chaps. They're expanding next door too. You know,
they're going next door as well.
Yeah, so I try and buy things from them. If we do a tournament, say, right, what have you got that's a Tekken thing, and I'll buy it off them and sling it as a prize, you know, stuff like that.
That's all right.
So
it's good. It's worth, like I say, everybody kind of coming together. I think, innit? That's worth doing, innit? Like I say, especially smaller business, innit? Like,
well, innit? But even when the council make things as hard as they do, you know, all the small business transforms into a bigger business, not the council out.
Yeah.
Was there any repercussions for that shop?
Which one? No.
The one that was serving up 30 years. Did they not get any fines or anything? No,
they did run away without paying their electric bill, which I've had them knock. So basically I said, oh, look, you know, they've left. You're getting these bill for £3,000. That's not me, by the way. As soon as you tell them that, the electric companies go, oh, that's his name now. So they started approaching you for it. I was like, no, I just told you that's not my bill. You know what I mean? Like, so I've just been sorting that out, having to prove that I've only been in the premises so long. It's just
didn't you have a similar thing with that?
Yeah, it's not really a funny story or anything, but it's I tried to save some money when all the prices went up, changed supplier, and instead they just signed me up to somebody else's meter in a different place.
Yeah.
And was like, you pay for that now? And I was like, no, I don't. I'll pay for mine and not 2 shops down, thank you.
Yeah.
And then they just kept, it ended up, I think it racked up, it was about 22 grand they wanted off me.
Jesus.
And I was like, I can't even, that's not my meter.
Yeah.
I ended up ringing them up and just being like, fuck off. And they're like, nah, it's in your name now. And I'm like, but I haven't got keys to the building.
I don't live there.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
Luckily got written off, but yeah, it was a...
You got to be careful for sure.
Yeah.
Like, like say these guys did a runner, little old me goes in and then all of a sudden you're liable for I mean, this is probably very boring for your listeners, but
it's all good, mate.
You got to be careful out there, guys, all right?
Yeah. We've gone from Matt Wild podcast doing pizza and going to New York. You've got to watch your energy bills.
Yeah. And how many pizzas do you think you've consumed in
I'm getting fat testing now, mate. I'm chief taste tester, so I literally go down there every day. Usually I get a slice of the cheese because if gives you got your cheese on there and you can taste whether it's how it should be or not. So yeah, I'm eating far too much pizza for sure.
Yeah,
about to start the gym and try and work that out.
Yeah.
You have to have like a spit bucket.
Yeah,
chew it up.
It's sacrilege, isn't it? That's sacrilege with pizza. I think I couldn't.
Someone said earlier, why don't you just eat a little bit of it? I'm like, nah, it tastes too good though. Once you start,
fucking does.
Yeah, pizza is it's just, I don't know what it is. It is cracking itself, isn't it? Like I would, that would be the one thing I would happily have for the rest of my life.
As an Italian, I'm going to ask you the generic question, which is, pineapple on pizza. Is that sacrilege? Is that a no? I like it too, mate. Yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. In fact, we had a band in from Italy the other day, like a metal band or whatever. Anyway, they wanted feeding at the end of the night. It was fine, so I cooked them a full pizza. I was like, right, you have to try ham and pineapple pizza though. So I made them try, and they actually agreed it was all right.
Yeah. I don't know what the big...
I've never really got behind that. I've enjoyed the whole... It's a bit like hating Nickelback. It's like this.
People do it for the sake of it.
It's like a fun joke, but...
People get behind his personality.
The pineapple gives you a nice little refreshing bit. It's a nice little It cuts through the fat,
doesn't it? It's the saltiness of the ham.
Yeah.
It's the sweetness of the pineapple. That's what brings
Blends
it together.
well.
And then it's like you have like a pineapple on a gammon, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing.
So
there you go.
Is ham and pineapple your favourite then? Or
no, it's not my favourite. On my menu or in general?
Well, one of each.
My favourite on the menu is probably the Hot Boy, which is the spicy pepperoni. And
how spicy is that?
It's not that. Do you like jalapenos?
Ish. As long as it's not loads.
Yeah, so we have a few on there. It's as spicy as a jalapeno, really, and that's it. But we use red jalapenos. It gives they're a bit sweeter. They're still spicy, but then you've got the,
just a bit of a kick rather than blowing your fucking head off.
And you want to put the hot honey on it.
Right, okay.
So the Mike's hot honey, it gives that sweetness as well. It's good.
Yeah.
And we get ours imported from the US, so it's a proper New York style hot honey.
Right.
That's legit.
We're trying to keep it as legit as possible.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I've seen quite a few of the sort of food vloggers and all that putting posts up and being like, let's go and see if it's as good as New York. And then they go, oh shit, it's as good as New York.
we had that guy, what's his name? The ghost hunter,
I see that. I see a video of him come down because he was doing a load of UK stuff because he went to fucking Spalding as well. And then next thing I was like, why is this guy over here? And the next thing he was having a slice outside yours. Got a big cowboy hat.
I know that place. Yeah. I know that.
A friend of mine, I'll give a shout out, Lily. She's been really supportive of it all, and then she said, look, you should try and get like an influencer down. And I'm 41 now, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't know who would even ask. Anyway, before I knew it, she'd arranged it. This guy rocks up, wasn't prepared for him. He came down to do a review on our pizza. I was like, shit. And wasn't paid or anything, it was his honest review. He just came down, caught us off guard. He gave us a 9.4 out of 10, was it? I think something.
You can't knock that, can you?
So I don't know if he's much of a food critic. I guess that's what he does. I don't know. True.
It'd be sick. Dave Portnoy.
Oh yeah. We actually thought about it, but I'll get him over.
Yeah, well, he's got to come from America. You know, Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. He does what is it called? The one bite. Is it one bite? Yeah, one bite. You know the rules. He does one bite of a pizza and gives it a score. He goes around New York reviewing pizza. He's so big now. He can make or break pizza joints. He just started off. He's the owner of Barstool Sports. You know Barstool Sports.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Mate, yeah. And to be fair, he goes around all America and he just does one bite. And he kind of pioneered that. So big now that people.
It's quite a clever way of doing it as well.
Yeah,
because that's important.
He does all the flop and stuff, doesn't he? What is that all about? Because I never. Is it bad if it flops, or is it good if it flops?
It should have a little bit of flop at the end of the pizza. It shouldn't flop it when you pick it up. It should be able to hold its own weight.
Interesting.
They're in New York. They like to have it like a pretty firm undercarriage. You know, it's just where like a bit of bite to it. Yeah,
I like a floppy undercarriage, mate.
They like to have a little bit of a bite to it, and it should have a bit of crisp. That's the way they like it out there. Well, it's debatable a bit. That's the way he likes it, and I think he's sort of setting the standard now. You know.
I do like myself. I'm a thin boy. I like a thin crust. I like a nice little.
That's
not
like
too thick.
Have you had one of those?
Yes, mate.
It's like a good in the middle, isn't it? Because it's not quite like the stodge of a kebab house, but it's like with that crispy bottom. It's like it's not quite thin and crispy.
Yeah.
It's a real good in between.
Well, it's a pie, isn't it?
Well, we went to about 15 spots in New York, Manhattan. Went to all the 5 boroughs around New York.
Tax write-off, mate.
On my way to New York, I was like, I've made it. But
putting this through the business. How's that, council?
I was doing market research for 6 months.
Literally, we spent a week there, and I went pretty much every day to go to different spots. We looked at all the best ones, or ones that were rated the highest, and we went to like about 15. We actually found one spot in Manhattan, in Lower East Side, or I think it was Lower East Side Manhattan. It was called Scar's Pizza, and we like their pizza the best. So we actually managed to get their recipe for the dough.
Fucking hell.
So
how did you go about that then? Was that just a message, or was that
It was a message. We kind of, it's a bit tongue. I think he's quite open about it anyway. Like, I think since then, he's obviously started following this place. It was just a place we like the best. I follow him, and he started, he's expanded quite a lot. I think he's even brought a cookbook out now,
cool.
So, stuff like that. So, but it's nothing too crazy, but we just like the taste of that one. We thought it was the best, and then the rest we just worked out ourselves, like the tomato sauce and that. We just adding sugar, taking salt away, making sure it's tasty as it can be.
How finite is that? Like, because when I'm cooking, I just start banging shit in. I think,
Dave, that seems like a mantra for most of your life.
I just cram it in, mate. Yeah, and I think to myself, if I put too much salt in that, is it quite finite that you have to like mix that sauce? Is it like you could add just a tad bit too much of summer?
There's been times I've gone down. I'm like, you've not put enough salt in there, so sort it out, or you've put too much in, get rid of it. There's not much you can do if you've added too much salt. So I'm pretty on it. Hence, I say I go down it every day to make sure that pizza's tasting good. Even if the cheese blend's not right, I can tell. Right, you've not put enough of that in. We use a secret blend of cheese. So
a secret blend of cheese. It's crack.
It's giving myself a headache though, because I've got to make sure I can get all these ingredients all the time, and they're not just stuff you can get. It's all imported.
Not just a booker's trip, is it?
I could imagine it's some back like alley deal or something.
Nah,
you got that special
get my
cheese,
Italian
mate.
mafia out there. It's been over for me.
Got some of that gorgonzola, mate. I need that.
Should we move on to some pet? Oh no, you said about expansion.
Yep. So this is so you'll be the first to hear this. We are, we're hoping to potentially. No, we are gonna. I want to say we're looking to move it. We're looking to move to Nottingham next. We think we've got a good enough product. We think we get to a bigger city. I think if we can make it work in Lincoln, we can make it work in a bigger city. And I don't think there are any pizza by the size place, especially like ours. I think we can take it, and what we're looking to do is do an amalgamation of Akedo, Liberty Slice with the arcade machines, some music in there at night, have a DJ in there, and make it like a pizza party sort of place with a beer, just do something a bit different. I think people of Nottingham would like that. Lincoln, I reckon that'd be a bit of a tough sell, potentially.
You kind of got that, though,
with the bar. They're just a bit separate. Yeah. People still don't realise that they can bring their pizza in mine yet. It's been a bit hard to make them realise that. People associate keto with drinks and gaming, but it's like, well, you can bring your pizza in, like, you know, or you can order to your table, like it is possible. But
I'm going to be honest, I didn't know you owned it. I obviously knew of Akedo, and I knew of Liberty Slice. I didn't know you were tied, man.
Yeah, really,
so, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe we need to
might
put
a sign out saying, fancy a beer, take pizza across the little sign out there.
I think, I mean, there's been a few people creeping in, but I guess people come in, they see Akedo Ram, they probably don't want to walk in with their slice, but especially in the quiet hours, at like 5 o'clock till 7, 8 o'clock, depending, like, it's more than easy enough to come bring your pizza and have a game and a pizza.
That's cool. It's nice as well that if you do, well, when you like sort of like expand and franchise it or whatever, you kind of, you know that Lincoln's the OG.
Yeah.
So they might have a few arcade games and this, that, and the other, but like if you want the real experience,
there is that. Yeah, hopefully.
What's the end goal look like for you? Like, I don't know, like, imagine if the chain pops off, right? I'm going to say when it does, because you got to manifest that shit, dude.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Say when, never say if.
Yeah.
So when it pops off, like, what's the end goal for you? Like, could you imagine just, like, chilling out for a bit? Like, off the back
I'm a lazy
of it?
person deep down. I want to be, I love to travel.
Traveling, nice.
Yeah, I spent 8 years backpacking. So
snap!
So I used to live in South Korea, and I've been like Thailand and all that. And I did it for 8 years. I left. Didn't go to university. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Do you know what I do want to do? Is go to Thailand. Actually, it was actually from the film The Beach. So I always loved that film when I was like 15 years old when that came up. So I always wanted to travel, and I just ended up doing it for 8 years. Australia 2 years, Korea for 3.5 years. Japan, all of it. I've been all over East Asia.
So is that where you'd probably like to reside, somewhere in East Asia? Or
the thing is, Thailand, I was thinking, I went to Thailand a couple of years ago as a holiday, and I still just love it. It's just such a, I don't know, so it just feels like home. It's got a homely place feel about it. I can't really see me somewhere, I mean, unless South America. I haven't made it South America yet. Somewhere I've always wanted to go. So maybe somewhere like Colombia, something like that.
Interested, yeah.
I'd like to head that way. Ultimately, what I want to do is have enough money to travel and see the world. And I think that's what's most important to me.
Yeah.
And having friends around me.
Yeah,
man.
And DJing. I love to DJ.
And
DJing around the world.
You came around, didn't you? We had a bit of a mix the other night.
Go, didn't we?
Bit of liquid drum and bass. What do you like to mix?
I like breaks, acid house.
Yes.
I do like a bit of jungle and stuff as well. Electronica, a bit of house. I'm multi-genre. But I'd say 140 BPM is sort of my forte.
Are you on about dubstep?
I don't like dubstep. No, it's not my really thing. It's too wobbly.
Too wobbly.
I'm a bit of a miserable sod when it comes to tunes. You know.
You got your flavour, mate.
You're nothing too fucking happy. Not on my decks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually DJing. I want to give a shout out to the DJ Hub. I don't know if anyone wants to learn to DJ.
I've seen a bit about that. I want to check that out a little bit more.
Yeah, it's worth checking out if you want to learn. They've got great equipment in there. They've got the latest thing, and they can hire the place out, and you can do lessons, or you can go in there and use their nice equipment in your own, and for 20 quid an hour, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest to you. I've seen that they've done that.
Yeah, I'm still wanting to do it.
You're still not doing it. I remember trying to sell you my decks. Oh no, you were trying to come in. I was trying to teach you years ago.
Yeah, and then life got in the way. But then, weirdly enough, like the last 3 guests that have come on have all had ties to DJing.
They're all been like, well, let's show you. They weren't just ties; they were DJs.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, could you help me with that? They're like, yeah, sure, no problem. When do you want to do it? He's like, oh, well, I'm just thinking about it. I'm in the thinking about it stage.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm in that I need to be able to afford the controller that I want stage. I've got
we don't need to,
tastes,
because a lot of these people have stuff you can just go and use.
Yeah.
He's a cyclist at the minute. Is the problem?
Yeah.
So he'll have 6 months of cycling, and then he'll maybe come back to the DJ
as well. He goes
I got it for free.
Yeah. You should have seen the receipt.
Yeah.
Well, I got it for free, and then I had to repair it, and that was more than a normal bike.
Yeah.
So it was
the repairs. But the receipt was as long as this desk.
Yeah. Sharpie held the receipt there, and I held the other end here. That's how long it was.
I'm not very good with money. But I just like things, man. I've always wanted to learn how to DJ, and I will fucking do it.
Get yourself down the DJ Hub.
Yeah.
Can help you.
Overnight, man. You got it. He's getting it.
You were both high as fuck, though.
We were not there.
We weren't DJing doing that, man. No one fucking believes us. Like, it's fine.
I don't
Because
believe
the videos you sent.
It was just us being normal.
Yeah, that's
Normal
the
is not
crazy
the
thing.
word.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is you two being standard?
Yeah, standard.
Not been.
It's great fun. We had tried to do a bit of jungle, actually, and we was like, this is hard. This is really hard.
I thought drum and bass was quite easy to mix, but then I was like, oh, this is fucking hard.
Nothing's any harder than anything else, I don't think. I think people think it is because the music sounds noisier. And it sounds more frantic, but all you got to do is you just got to count those.
Get it in.
You just count that at 1 to 8. And once you've done that, it's the same thing.
You can in and out.
I suppose it, isn't it? So if all going to the thing, if all going to the same beat, it's
rhythm, innit?
I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I that's the way I view it. You know, whether it's a
Cut
house
through
beat
all
or a
the-
drum and bass beat, doesn't
all
matter.
the fancy bits and just get to the beat. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
Could you imagine being somewhere like a beach in Thailand and someone just doing a nice little deep set or something?
Yeah, I mean, I actually took my USB with me. I didn't see one set of decks the whole time. I was so pissed off. And then I went to Germany. It must have been last summer now. And we ended up going to this. It's like a psychedelic rock gig, cool little venue in where were we? We were in it's called I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Anyway, some little town in Germany. It turns out it was the owner of the club's birthday. So once the band's finished, he's come around. He's always like, "Do any of you DJ? Because we're setting the decks up late. We're gonna have an after party." I was like, "You are fucking kidding me!" The one time I didn't bring my USB stick.
bastard.
Yeah. So,
Give me the mic. I'll just beatbox them all.
when I was in New York once, we went up. We went up a billionaire's apartment and overlooking Central Park in New York. And knew some friends from Lincoln who were actually living there. Anyway, this billionaire, most amazing apartment, overlooking, like, honestly, 82nd floor, Central Park, right in front of you. And he had a pair of decks in there. That was a good one, DJing in there. They had a French bulldog walking around a flat called Bentley, and he had a massive gold chain on. Like, I was like, I could get away with that, I reckon. Disappear into the night in Manhattan. But
I would take the dog. I won't really ask about the chain.
I was going to say,
let's go.
I'm getting confused, and I'd let the dog out and then put the chain on and just... Yes, sir.
as soon as I got out, I'd have been robbed anyway. It's New York City.
Yeah. Should we move on to some pet peeves, mate?
Yeah, can do.
What have you got in the arsenal? Obviously...
Pet peeves. I mean... there's so many, you know what I mean? A lot of things piss me off, you know what I mean? I'm a miserable old guy, you know what I mean? So
I feel like you're a friendly, like, you're an extrovert, but I feel like really you just want to be sat at home with your slippers on moaning about stuff.
that's what we're doing as soon as I finish here.
That's fucking shit.
No, look, you know, I'll start off, one thing I hate is talking to someone on the phone. I don't know if this counts, and having bad reception and then breaking up and then trying to continue conversation.
It should not
honestly,
be a thing.
It makes me want to throw my phone across the room.
Yeah, I blame the other person all the time.
It's probably me. Like, you fucking sort your phone out.
I tell you what's the worst thing about that is the only part you can hear is them going, "Can you hear me?" Yeah, I've got you. It's gone again. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
It makes my blood boil, especially when you're busy. I'm busy. I'm like, what is it? You went, fuck.
Yeah.
Lob.
I fully agree. And like you say, you blame it on them.
My missus does it all the time. I get actively like aggressive at her. I'm like,
so you've done that on purpose.
This is your fault. I can't fucking hear you, and it's your fault.
I told you shouldn't have gone to 3. Should say 92.
Yeah. We get it at work, obviously, because our phone lines run through the internet. I can only assume that's why it is. But the only thing I get regularly is it's not necessarily bad signal, but it doesn't give you like the first like half a second of what they're saying.
Yeah.
But when they're trying to give you a reg, like, and all I get is T56. Sorry, what was the first one? I didn't get that. Oh yeah, sorry. It's T56. So I just need the first letter. I even explained to a guy once, look, I don't get the first like half a second of what you're saying, so just say something, then say the reg. I was like, that's what I need you to do. And
Tulips. WT.
It's like you say, it's like it knew, because it went, all right, okay, I'll do it now, and then it's T56. Fuck off! And then, like you said, I was like, it's your fault. You're doing this.
Do you know what's crazy? I saw a TikTok the other day saying they've invented, like, this is a human hair. And they've invented a nano chip, and it kept zooming in for this human hair. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see
whether
that.
it's real or not. If it is, fuck me. But we can't get like good reception in 2025. How have we not figured this
You can
out?
get chips that control brains, but we can't hear what fucking Brenda's saying 3 doors down.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think we're being. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Mate. I think we're being held back somewhere. I think somebody's got some technology.
Yeah.
And we're just being fucking. We're getting the pleb technology. That let them play with that.
Yeah.
On the phones. Yeah.
China's made a liquid robot now.
Liquid.
I'm sorry, what?
There we go. Let's stop.
A liquid with a
Sorry about this,
T2000.
Toby. Go on.
That's it. I saw it. It was like mad technology, China, liquid robot. I was like sick, and then just did something else.
Right,
You ain't got ADHD though.
You see that robot in China there has been going for trying to nut him.
Yeah.
You see the one that was hung up,
Yeah.
and it was just
Yeah.
like there, and then it was just like, nah, get me fucking down.
fucking terrifying.
It was weird, like it just sort of just woken up and going, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's like flailing its arms.
Trying to fucking hang me.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It looks like it. Like I say, it looks like it's got a thought, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So in your utopian planet, then,
You what, sorry?
in your utopian planet,
Yeah.
perfect phone signal
Yeah, yeah.
everywhere you go.
Yeah.
What else is on the list, mate?
Oh, my utopia. I mean, without getting too deep, I guess you got to get rid of money, right?
Oh, amen, brother.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah,
We
boy.
did have an alternative option where we started using Pokemon cards instead
Yeah.
as a tradable currency.
I mean, I've obviously thought about it. It's, like, it's obviously a hard thing to pull off, but like, you know, I think if you
Go back to trading.
go back to trade, and what if you can't do anything, or do you know, what if you got nothing to trade, or
Get better.
you know,
What if you got no money?
I feel like everybody's
yeah,
got something, and I think maybe having that situation might make people look inward and be like, what can I offer? Rather than just be like, I'm not doing nothing.
yeah, I guess. You
I
know.
think in 2025 and onwards, there's a lot of sex acts being performed, isn't it? You think?
So, or 20 sex acts.
Yeah. It's quicker to suck someone off than learn how to do something you can
So,
trade, isn't
well,
it?
Build a
prostitution's
chair
on the
for
rise.
someone, or I can just take a dick.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can spend 10 years learning to become a carpenter, or I can just wank you off for 10 minutes.
So if you-
That's easy.
The basis of basic human rights just taking up the arse or
Yeah,
something.
that's it.
And a blowjob.
Yeah.
So, that's what you can do best.
Yeah.
I think abolishing money this ties in with AI, right? Maybe when AI takes a lot of the jobs, there's going to be a lot of people going like, fuck man, like what do you do? Like,
Well, I don't know. I'm not massively into conspiracy theories or anything, but you know, I like different feeling. I want to see something different. I'll look into it. But there's what they're trying to do in it is like have like everyone will get some like sort of credit, and that's,
global minimum income. You talking?
I think that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, I mean, if computers and AI continue the way they are, I mean, they're going to have to do something. I guess that ultimately what they want is robots and everything to do everything for us, and we can just live our lives and do what we want all the time.
The mundane
It's
stuff.
all Wall-E though, isn't it?
That's exactly what I was
That's
going to
what's
say.
gonna
People in
happen.
the floaty chairs, man, and that went to shit on Disney.
Yeah.
That was,
All over a plant.
all over a plant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little robot.
Yeah. Like even the robot saved the day in that film. But I think with the money thing, because I've explored this a little bit before and been like, get rid of money because it's like root of all fucking evil. But I think you inevitably end up back at money.
In some way or form, like in something. But
It's
I
really
think,
hard to avoid that.
I feel like the humanity needs a bit of a reset. You know what I mean? Like a complete, like, right, get that out of your head. Like, get rid of greed, get rid of all that stuff. Yeah, everyone's equal to a certain extent, you know, and do so. It's just, I mean, it's pretty hard to achieve.
I did see someone on TikTok starting a community, and he's got quite a big following. He's like, we're just gonna set up our own community at this point, just away from the mainstream. And he's got a website where everybody signs up, and it's this thing in America. It's all kicking off over there, and it's just like they're going to get doctors, nurses. Everybody wants to be part of a community and just try and start something new away from the government.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I
You're
don't
still going to
know.
have a leader. You're still going to end up.
Somebody
with
might come along here.
different ideologies coming together.
Unfortunately, I think you always need. The sheep are always going to need some kind of shepherd, because otherwise it's just fucking headless chickens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they're sheep, aren't they?
Well, I know, but do you know what I mean?
Probably
Everyone's fucking just going mad, and someone's always going to come in and go crazy with it.
That's my point.
I mean, I think what you can't
goes to the red.
Yeah.
you can't. You always got to remember that. Don't underestimate people's stupidity. Like, you know, I mean that in the nicest way. You know, but like, you know, some of the things that I find like in the pizza shop or the bar, like someone called me up the other day, it's like, are you takeaway? Like, what, can you take your pizza away? Yeah. Like, yeah, of course you can. You know, I mean, it seems, it's just like, really? You have to explain that?
Yeah. Here's one for you. I had someone on the phone at work, and so this is our website, dash this.com. And it was like, what, you want me to spell dash? I'm like, no, I want you to put a dash. Like,
what's a dash?
So where's that? I'm like, you know where 0 is? Oh my god!
When you start working with the public, you start realising these people aren't safe.
I remember there was one time I had this girl. I had some family stuff done on Sunday, and this girl, she hadn't been there very long. But right, you need to mop before we open up, make sure it's clean. You know, an hour before we open, and it should be dry before then. Anyway, I come in at, I think it was about 4 o'clock, I think, by the time I came back round. I went down, she's like, right, you can't go downstairs. I was like, why not? She's like, it's still wet. I was like, what time did you mop it? It's like 11 o'clock. And I was like, I went down, it was sopping wet down there. She hadn't even turned any lights on. Customers were sat down there in the dark, in the wet floor. I was like, what has gone on here? I was like, were you wringing out the mop? She's like, no. So she was just dipping it in the bucket and then sloshing water over. Yeah, I was like, you sacked. Sorry. Don't come back.
Wow, if you can't use a fucking mop.
I was like, I should have. I mean, do I have to teach people how to mop? Like, seriously.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's something for me. I just assume people know how to mop. Maybe that's a me problem.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But
is there any more notable things from your experience of like?
I mean, I think for the perfect world, I'd like everyone to be loving each other. Get on. Stop being a knobhead. Yeah. You know, just be a cool person. You know, love those people around you.
Chill.
And I'd also like my world to be a cyberpunk world. I'd love to live in a futuristic city, you know, with no money. Everyone trades, as we said. Yeah. And everyone's cool. Yeah. Everyone DJs. And everyone
absolutely everyone.
And eats pizza, Liberty Slice Cake will be everywhere.
Yeah.
Every building is Liberty Slice.
I love the idea of living in a futuristic world. I mean,
do you like kind of cyberpunk? And also,
like Blade
Runner, mate. Do you like the new Blade Runner film?
Sorry?
Do you like the new Blade Runner film?
Yeah, I loved it actually.
I love it.
Yeah. It was great.
We've started playing Split Fiction, and there's like a cyberpunky bit in that. That's fucking sick. That. You're fighting like lasers and shit.
Me and my friend Stacey, we played that the other night. We stayed up a bit later than we should have, and we're like, let's play that. And we were pissed out of our heads. And I was just there, I was riding a pig, like, what the fuck is going on? So with one eye open. That's
fun. A good game, isn't it? It's fucking weird, but it's good.
I'll get another go at it. I've been playing Dave the Diver a lot recently.
Dave the Diver? What's that?
That's a sick game, man.
I don't know why I do it sometimes. It's like a 2D pixel art style. You got to run a sushi restaurant, so you dive down, you harpoon your fish. You get back to your restaurant, you got to make the dishes out of the fish and serve the people. You got to tidy the place up. I'm like, why am I working away from?
I was going to say, you've literally just played a 2D version of work.
Like farms.
Yeah, but I don't work on a farm, Sharpie.
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
I play farm sim in my spare time.
Yeah.
But that's literally like, if you was like, right, I'm going to go play call centre simulator, I'd be like, all right, mate, that's
run out.
I don't really get a chance to play much games, but I also want to download it onto the PlayStation through because of the PlayStation Plus or whatever. Like Dave the Diver, I was played about 5 minutes, like, oh, this is a bit of me. Went home and I've only done a few hours, but I was like, so relaxing, loved it.
Yeah. Dave the Diver's sick, man.
Yeah. One thing I haven't played in ages that I think I got it from Akedo was Duck Game.
Yeah.
That's a fucking sick game, that. It's that little 2D thing where you're ducks and you have to get guns and you like fucking go around shooting each other.
He's like one-hit kills.
Oh, is it like
you're quite good at it?
Yeah.
And he's like jump up on the platforms and that, and you got to chase each other. And there's a whack, there's a quack button.
Yeah. I remember that.
That's the best bit. You can laugh at him when you kill him.
That's the level of in-depth games that I can deal with these days.
Yeah.
It's about that. Yeah.
That was good. That.
What's your all-time favourite game?
It's hard, really.
Top three?
Yeah, I like the Naughty Dog games, really. So I like The Last of Us. I really don't like the new series, by the way, The Last of Us.
I've not seen much of it. Is it because her face is really small?
It's not even that. I actually, by the end of the first season, I got over I got over that.
I can't get over it. I just can't take it serious.
But now it's bothering me again. I mean, I watched the sex scene, I was like, fuck. Okay.
Stop your head growing, man. Get your face to catch up.
I know she can't help it, bless her, but I can't. It just annoys me.
It's like people whose hands are too small in comparison to their face.
Yeah.
You know, when like, people are shocked and they're like, I'm just like, stop that. Your hands are too small.
Yeah. She's a terrible casting, really. I mean, she's a good actress, but like, I just don't think she is.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Actually, so someone had got a feast ice cream out earlier, and because it was her face. I wish I could show you, because it's just her face on the ice cream somehow.
The lost horse.
Where's Abby? It says.
Bless her. Oh, Bella Ramsey.
Wow.
Uncharted, and then the Zelda games.
Uncharted. Fucking.
Yeah.
When you said Naughty Dog, Crash Bandicoot?
No, I was always a Nintendo kid, so I always had like the Zeldas
man.
Like
yeah.
But I mean, I don't consider Crash Bandicoot up there for me. But yeah, the Zelda games and the old school Mario. Do you know what I've realised? Why I hate all the modern Mario games is because of the music. It's gone all orchestral now. Whereas back in the day, you had them wicked wicked like synth tunes. Like, this is a wicked, and now it's just like all like violins and shit like that.
Like it'd been made on a Nokia 3210 or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dave said earlier that he reckons that's what'll sort Putin out is if you give him a Switch and go, look, mate, just play a bit of Zelda.
Yeah,
it's like
you got everything in this little handheld. I mean, I'm a big fan of Mario Odyssey. I'd actually love.
That's going to sort of
I honestly, I was playing, like, what is bothering me? And it clicked.
Was the music?
It was the music.
That's crazy. I like the music.
Yeah, but like I said, I told you, I'm miserable with music. You know, that's
Turn it down.
Yeah, put my own tunes in.
Yeah, put your own
remix it.
Yeah. There you go. Problem solved.
Yeah, I don't know.
You fan of the Pokemon games?
Nah. I was when Pokemon came out, I just discovered girls. So I was like, I just missed it. Literally, I remember I was like, what are you losers doing? Girls over.
You see, there's fannies over here. You can bat these tits about all you like.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just missed it because I was getting laid.
One of my staff just came in and covered me tonight. He's excited. Just got a new Pokemon card from Japan or something. I was like, oh, great. He showed me. I was like, what am I looking at? Like, it's just, I don't know.
Piece of card.
I've never played Pokemon or anything. Literally, like I said, I just missed it. I was must have been about 14, I guess, when that came out. Just missed it all. Missed the hype.
Yeah, man.
Probably.
Too busy fingering, mate, weren't you?
Yeah.
I'll just say I showed up with a collection at home.
Did you just do a special on your podcast of you going through?
The guy who did a podcast with, he had a fucking binder full of 90s.
Wow.
And I was
I bet that's worth some coin, that.
He's got some in there which I think are worth quite a bit. Like an original Pikachu, a Japanese Mew, I think is worth quite a bit. I'm geeking out.
I know they're valuable. I mean, I've seen all that. It's like, it's like my Nintendo games, like the ones I traded or gave to my cousins when I always gave my console out to my cousins who didn't have a console. I was like, God, I wish I kept all those games out because I never did it for my cousins. I had about 100 NES games, I think, in boxes. And I gave it to a cousin and never saw it again.
You just don't know what's going to make money. I mean, look at the old school fucking Pokemon cards. The Charizard original first edition, and you can get like 100 grand for one of them. It's wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Mental.
And I had one as well, and I just gave it away when I was a kid. I had a first edition Charizard. I gave it away.
I think I probably used one as roach paper at one point. Like,
you just don't know about these things.
You just go, fuck it. Like,
Yeah,
we weren't to know. I just gave it away because I was like, fuck it, they're just cards. And then, lo and behold, Jesus.
Same with like football stickers as well. I
had
loads,
cards.
quite a few, loads or whatever, of the full sticker annuals, completed, done. And they're like worth fucking loads now.
Yeah.
Mental. What's on the good vibes list then, dude?
Good vibes list?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's that mean?
As in, what do you definitely want in your world?
Well,
what
DJ,
do you
I suppose
think?
you kind of covered it a little bit.
Yeah,
like everywhere
DJs,
slides go.
DJs, good food. I'm a bit of a foodie. I think everywhere should serve good food.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I'm like so kind of anal about with the quality of the pizza that we're sending out. Because I go to my mates' restaurants and I go, I haven't had a very good meal today. So what I don't want is them coming back and saying, your pizza's shit, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a warning shot. So I think good food's important. Good tunes. I want to say cyberpunk aesthetic. Everyone being cool. Free trips. Free holidays. So transportation's free. You can go, right, I want to, or teleportation if that's Is that too crazy?
Yeah,
teleportation pods, so I can teleport to Japan or Thailand.
You ain't got to spend a day travelling. You can just be like, I'm here now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not working anyway, so everyone can just teleport everywhere.
We're just bombing about.
Just being about in the world.
But you have to have some sort of system going, right? You can't just have everyone going everywhere at once. Just saying.
You see, that's where you start. Yeah. You start doing the real building, and you're like, hold on a minute, no, you're going to go anywhere. I said anywhere to start with.
Yeah,
not now.
Everyone gets 3-week holidays 4 times a year.
Yeah, that's
you have to think about where you want to teleport in that time. And then you get to go in that place for 3 weeks.
Like a teleport voucher from the government.
Yeah.
Like, there you go, use your ticket.
Yeah. I can go anywhere. Oh. I'm going to go to the women's changing room. No, not like that. Not like that.
Oh, I wanted to go to the Pokemon card centre.
Yeah.
Changing rooms.
Move on then to National Treasure.
Oh.
So the way it works with National Treasure, for those who haven't watched or listened before, is it's the one thing you would champion within your planet. So whether it could be a person, it could be a snack, it could be like
it could be a thing.
It's the thing that's on in the museum, or it's the ambassador of your sort of world.
I'm gonna have to be a bit lame. I think it's got to be. I don't have many hobbies really. I'm busy doing what I do. I do have a love for music. So I think the thing it's got to be for me, it's got to be my music equipment. If that can be it. Like, I mean, we come from the UK. Like we're famous. We make the best music in the world. I think we have some of the best music producers, DJs. We all come from the UK. And we're innovators here too. So I think there's a national treasure. Is this for the Utopia Project?
Well, this is
your world.
This is for my world.
Your Utopia.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Well, still stick that up there. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, you can have a few things. So think of it as like in your little world, there's a museum.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what people are going to go and see and or experience.
Yeah.
And what are the exhibits going to be? So,
well, you'd have to go for video games, music. Would be famous for good food as well. I think that's
it's all of the above.
You mentioned English DJs and stuff, or music producers in general. Do you have a favourite English DJ at all?
So I am really into a guy called Floating Points. I don't know if any of you know this guy.
No, man, I'm gonna have to check this out.
He's pretty wicked. I've been following him for years and years, and he's really blown up. Like a superstar, and it turns out he's so crazy. My sister calls me and she's like, I've joined a cricket team. I was like, it's fucking weird, but fine. She's like,
who do cricket? I've discovered girls,
And she was like, yeah, but I made this friend today, and her brother's like some famous DJ producer guy. I was like, all right. Can't remember his name. I was like, okay, well, let me know when you remember her name. She was like, anyway, 3 months later, I get a text message going, have you heard of Floating Points? I was like, no fucking way. I called her. Yeah, my sister's best mates are his sister now.
Right.
I still haven't met him. He's too busy travelling the world. But yeah, if you're into like
need to get to really a family function, mate, there, don't you?
That's he's trying to get him down to the bar. Yeah. But if I'm really really fond of Joy Orbison as well. Is a good one. Ski Mask. I don't know if you know this guy. And there's a guy called Drum, which is DJRUM. It's all quite glitchy electronic music, but
I'll check that out for sure, mate. I'll be into that.
Yeah. So I'd recommend some of these guys if you're into some weird electronic music. But there's so much out there. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, when it comes to like breaks and that sort of thing, like Ski Mask, chill break beat stuff is really nice as well. Yeah.
Have you got like? Obviously, over the years of doing Akedo and all that sort of stuff, you must have collected sort of bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Have you got one thing that's like either in the bar or in your flat or whatever, that's like the one thing you were like, that is, no matter what happens in the business or your future, that you're like, that is the one thing that is never going anywhere. That's coming with me.
Got that.
So do you know my mate Tim? So our Akedo's anniversary is on the 31st of October, obviously Halloween. So we do a Halloween party every year. And my mate, he made the effort to do he's a crazy intelligent. Anyway, he made a 5 times bigger Game Boy out of cardboard, paper mache, whatever. And I haven't got a picture of it. I'll show you. But he put his head.
I'll put it in the post.
He put his head through the screen, So he's wearing it. So he's Ped's fit, and that was his little outfit. But then he said, after that, I mean, this thing's amazing to look at. It looks exactly like a Game Boy.
Yeah.
And he said, look, do you want it for the bar afterwards? So what I'll do is I'll put like a Tetris thing on and then put some plastic over top and it will look like a Game Boy. And that's hung up in the bar now downstairs. It's probably one of the things I like the most because I know the amount of time it would have taken to do that, you know.
That's been in there since like OG days.
Yeah, first few years of, I guess I made friends with Tim after the first year or so. Then I don't even know how long it's even been in there. But that's one thing I'm like, and someone's actually punched it in recently. It's hung up in one of the booths downstairs. Someone's smashed the buttons in, so I'm gonna have to take it out and get it fixed and then hang it somewhere else. Still one on there, but the ceiling's
bastards.
Alcohol, innit? The people, it's been really annoying recently. The amount of like, just people are just so careless.
Yeah,
you know, they just don't give a shit. They don't respect anything. And I think because the bar is quite busy now, you know, I mean, we always were kind of busy, but it's just with the music now, it's really, you just don't really know you're getting through the door anymore. And it's kind of sad. It's good for business, but it's it does make me feel a bit nervous. And I have to remember that, you know, we're getting a different clientele in now. It's still fine, but as it gets late, you know, we had to shut by midnight before. Now we're licensed till 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And the security obviously want to let me make some money, but you get drunk people and come in and go, let's punch that fucking thing, break it.
I think that's always kind of not a choice that you are ever in control of.
No.
Further down the line of like between having a small community and running a successful business.
Yeah.
I think eventually at some point,
the
business has to be the business, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And if you want that business to be there for that community in any capacity, you've got to allow the business to be the business. You can't just go, well, we're not having you in or you in, because
I still think generally clientele-wise, we still do good. Like we look at other places and there's shit kicking off in these places all the way. So we're pretty lucky, but you do look around and it's like, how is that broke? Why is that broke? Like, what are they doing? Who's been in to make,
you had to, I mean, in your time there, so how many years have you been?
8 and a half now. Yeah.
Is there any like moments stand out to you where you had to chuck someone out? You're like,
yeah, definitely, yeah. In fact, I've been down there and before, and there were some DJs and I've gone down to pull the plug. I was like, right, you can all fuck off. You're all out. You're a bunch of dickheads. And I say, warning, if you want to put a show on, behave your fucking selves, because I will come down now. I don't give a fuck off. I'll end your night and you're going to look like a knobhead to all of your mates.
I often fantasize about like, running a pub and this and the other, and that's one of the things, or running a bar. That's one of the things I'd have real trouble with. I'm not a man of confrontation anyway. I just couldn't be fucking out. I'll be so mad as well. I'll get to a point where I'll take it until I blew up, and I don't know. I couldn't deal with that stress. Like, I don't know.
I don't deal with the busy hours anymore.
Interesting.
I always do the daytime, back of the house, whatever. I'll open up and we'll get to about 7 o'clock. Can handle the first few people the night fine, but when it starts getting mayhem, I can't deal with it anymore. I've had too many years of working behind that bar, and I'm just not into it. I just want to.
As you get older, you can't be arsed with that shit as well.
It's just. I mean, I've like I said, I've been there 8.5 years. I think I've done my time of serving dickheads. And not that everyone's a dickhead. There's some lovely people that come to my bar.
Yeah, be careful. You're here to promote it, by the way.
Yeah. It's a lovely place. So I'll be nice.
If you're a dickhead, come on down.
I bet it's difficult as well. Like, I've done it before, gone out on a night out as a sober person, dealing with pissed people.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking difficult, especially when you're trying to be like, it's £3, mate. Give me your fucking money and piss off, knobhead.
Yeah, that is the worst, when people pissing around. You got a queue full of people waiting, and like they're just like, I can't find my wallet, mate. Fuck off.
Dave, what do you want?
Yeah.
You already had 2 drinks. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That beat the enthusiasm out of you, Shelby, didn't it?
I have to work in the Hilton. I got a complex around drunk people. If I'm sober now, I real struggle with it, man.
Yeah,
Even if they're like, all right, I'm like, you fucking need to get your AIDS away from me, man.
Yeah.
I can't. It's weird because I love the music that you're into, and DJing, electronic creativity, all that sort of thing, but I don't like the crowd.
No.
I went Boomtown last year, and I struggled with it. I was looking forward to it all year, and there was parts I enjoyed, but there was a lot of parts I was like, this is ruining it for me because I'm not having a good time. Like, always looking over your shoulder and thinking some fucking dribbly cunt or whatever's like licking walls and shit. I'm just like, get the fuck away from me, man.
Yeah.
I just want to listen to some tunes, like you say.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's why I like that Don White in Drum and Bass on the Bikes. I'm gonna go do that.
Right,
He does
okay.
all-
Right.
DJ
Is it around Bristol?
He does it all over now. But
Right.
yeah, and then he just gets loads of people together on bikes and just like DJing. And I think that's sick because it's not attracting the
I think you
wrong crowd. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Why don't you
sure.
just do that yourself in Lincoln?
Because I don't know if I could get a DJ controller on a bike, and I need a DJ controller now.
Find the DJ, get him in,
Find
like,
it.
get
You'll
Rick.
be
As if we
Yeah.
knew any DJs or people that had DJ control.
Oh yeah, we might have a few. Good point.
That would be
I'll
good,
do
wouldn't
it,
it?
mate, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it's just. But we spoke about this ADHD ratings. We have the ideas that the execution is
Yeah.
terrible. We need somebody to go.
I'm
Come
the
on.
execution guy. And
You
if
are, mate, yeah,
if
you gotta
I'm
make
not
it happen.
on board, you have to do a lot of convincing for
The
me
only
to be like,
execution you're going to do if we take on any more projects is me and him.
yeah, yeah, right on. You
That's I've got my gym mate. Jimmy always keeps me on schedule. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I agree with you there. I love drum and bass, and like I couldn't really tell you many DJs and things like that, but I think like the amount of times like we've shared tunes and stuff, and we're like, this is fucking sick. And like you said a while ago, it's like he comes up with loads of like random shit that is like I've never heard before. I'm like, that's because I just put Spotify and shuffle. I just type in drum and bass, and then if something's good, I just add it to my playlist. I don't care what it is or who it is. I don't really give a shit. I'm just like, this is a banger.
Well, Lincoln's got quite a good local festival. It's called Lost Village.
Lost Village,
I think
yeah.
it's sold their soul a little bit recently. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I've been going there since about 2017. I think when I first managed to go. But like, it's not so hectic like that Boomtown looks. I got invited there, so I was like, I can't do
It's
that.
good, but it's like, I don't know, again, because we're getting a bit older and stuff. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I can hack it anymore, man, with that. It's like 5 days, and
Yeah.
it's just, as soon as you're in, you just fend for yourself like a fucking, like, anarchistic, like, community. Like, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Boomtown is a fucking hell. Have you never been?
No, I've seen it.
It's a hell
not
of
for
a
me.
place, but we went. When did we go? 20. I don't know. We talked about this a while ago, but yeah, we went.
Boomtown's
We went.
so
I don't know,
much
5-6 years ago, and then like Sharp went real. And I think it's a very different beast to what it was like when we went.
Mainly drum and bass now, where it used to be a collection of everything from like folk in everything,
The love's gone, I think.
and
the
it's
big
just
thing.
a fucking drug fest now.
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest.
that's the problem. I noticed that Lost Village last year is just a lot. It's just, you can see it getting rougher and rougher. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to a festival. It's a day festival in London. It's called Waterworks. All the sort of DJs that I like. 58 quid. Day, train London, train back. Done. Back in my own bed. I ain't camping out. No fucking way. Even at Lost Village, I'd go there. I'd just go there and I'd get a taxi back, sleep in my own bed, get a shower, go back the next day. You know, why? And a lot of people from Lincoln was going camping. Like, why would you bother? Like, it's just there. It's not like, you know, why would you just do not want to sleep? Like,
Want the full festival experience, but also they're like off the tits for like 48 hours, aren't they? And then go back to work.
Any of it, don't they? Yeah. I've had those like drug filled like
I think
whatever. But as I get older now, I'm just like, I can't. I
think
want to
that's
enjoy the
big thing,
music.
though, getting older.
It is. I think we're
it is
just a
that,
bit more
because
sensible now.
Everybody was that 17, 18-year-old that was doing that
I
shit.
guess you're all younger than me, right?
37,
Yep.
me.
Yep, you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
I'm 30s. You're
How old are you?
41.
Yeah.
I've just turned 41.
Not too far behind you.
Yeah, not too far.
37.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Gun to your head. Music, gaming. One's got to go.
Gaming's got to go.
Game's got to go.
Ooh. Yeah, big time.
What about
Joe.
music or pizza?
Musical, but I mean,
I mean, you need pizza to live. Oh, wait. You're not talking
You don't
about
need
food.
You get all the food.
that's a hard one because I mean, who doesn't love pizza? But I think I'm enough of a foodie enough to let pizza go.
To appreciate all the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair as well, it's like pizza versus the whole of music is different, isn't it?
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Pizza versus food is...
I just always associate. I've always associated music, I guess everyone does, with certain memories in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A tune that reminds you of a certain point in your life, and you're like, you know, without that, I think I'd struggle to remember anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, or a tune comes, I'm like, oh shit, and it reminds me of a certain time in my life, and that's important.
That's a very good point.
I've always done that.
Yeah.
You hear the intro to something and you're there.
Yeah, flashback
Yeah.
of that time.
Yeah.
Like,
That's great.
Found it strange. I like music. This we're getting real soppy and like deep on it now. But
Bless you. Come on, let it out.
piss off, you cunt. Anyway, no, like how it can change your perception on yourself. which is a weird thing to say. But like, I'll be like, some days I'll be like, I'm not feeling too great, or just not, you know, overly confident or whatever. I'll put a tune on, and if it's the right tune, my demeanour, my walk, everything, like, I'm not bothered now. I'm a different fucking person with it, which I've always found really strange how it's got that power to just unlock that switch. Cause
wake you up and get you going.
If I didn't listen to that song, I'd be there being self-aware, being like, just stop being a cunt, just fucking get out of your own head. But it won't happen until I getting the right tunes going, and then I'm like, no, it's different, man.
I've always said something weirdly tribal about music, and so if it gets you going, that's it. You're fucked. That's it.
For sure.
Yeah, cool. So music, pizza, and gaming, and a world full of cyberpunk.
Teleportation.
Yeah,
so some of the destinations where everyone want to go. In my cyberpunk world.
Yeah.
It's all neon lit and smoky, and probably rains all the time. But that's why I go on holiday in my little teleportation.
Yeah, because this place is a shithole. We go somewhere else. It's raining.
What's your perfect world? A shithole, please.
Somewhere that I want to go on holiday from.
Yeah, I'd always look forward to living on exploring a new planet as well. Like, I've been watching a lot about space and stuff recently into YouTube, like holes, but it fascinates me, the thought of finding another world.
Would you? Are you going on Starship then? Love a little trip to Mars. Would you go?
Oh, no, it's a one-way ticket, isn't it?
At the moment, yeah.
They ain't got any decks out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't want to be planting and shit and building.
I heard that anyway. It's like everyone's like, oh yeah, we're going to be the first people to colonize. I'm like, no, it's going to be a shithole.
It's going to
be a rock, man, and you're going to have a shit life, in you.
You could be the first pizza slice.
Mars.
Liberty Slice Co. Mars.
Literal pizza planet.
DJ set on Mars would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to wait. We've ordered the tomatoes, but they're not due to be here till 2046. So we're just gonna kind of wait.
I'd like to go, but when I say another planet, I mean like a habitable, not like a terraformed or anything like that. Going there is actually another Earth, but different. Something like that.
Yeah,
like full like Star Wars shit. Like, stuff going on.
Yeah,
man. All right, cool, boys. That takes us to the end of the show. Have you enjoyed your time?
It sounded like you did a little fart.
Did it?
Yeah.
I might have done. My arsehole is slack these days.
It's all the shagging instead of learning how to do things.
Could have been a carpenter.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed your time, mate?
Actually, it's been great. Thank you for having me.
Everyone always says, I have actually. Like, this is surprise. I was expecting this to be absolutely shit.
Well, the way here, I was like, what the fuck have I done? Well, I don't even know what I'm going to say. But
I think that every week, mate. Well, do you want to just plug some of your social media and stuff? Or
so if you want to follow Liberty Slice, we've got his Liberty Slice Co. I think it's that's on Instagram. Liberty Slice Co. We've got www.libertysliceco at www.libertyslice.co is our website coming up.
That's clever.
We'll be selling some t-shirts and merch on there because people really liked our designs of our we've got a little guy on the back. I can't show you unless I stand up. But you get all the merch on there. Akedo_bar. If you want to check out what music we've got going on there. And we've got the games, obviously the Switch coming out. But check us out because that's the only way you're going to know what's going on is by looking at our social media.
It's hard to encompass everything that's
going on. We're trying to do like something. We've got like a month's worth of stuff, so you can just check out. It'll be right there for you. We're trying to streamline that stuff down just so people actually know what's going on. It's been hard to get that down. I want to shout out like a Big City Jams as well. They're doing something good for the community for people wanting to learn to DJ, and they've got a DJ hub, and they've got an event called Big City Jams, which is worth checking out. They've made a DJ hub into like a small festival space. They've got a stage there. They've got a cool lighting rig. They're getting good DJs down. I'll be playing there. I've been invited down. So that's down Great Northern Terrace.
Yeah.
So right down at the bottom there. It's the old pump station.
When?
So that's that one. The next one's June 14th, and the one I'm playing at is July 26th.
Sweet.
And then they're just doing that throughout the summer. It's an outdoor space. After parties at Akedo, so we're trying to team up and do something together. I think that's it.
Go down, check out some tunes, play some games, and enjoy lovely bloody New York pizza.
Yeah,
it is delicious. Yeah, come check us out. We're very proud of it. So.
So you should be, mate. So you should be. For those if it's your first time here, stick around, subscribe, like, share, and all that jazz. I've been Chunky T. Thank you very much for coming along.
I've been Jack Magic. We'll see you on the flip side.
I've been the Permanent Sharpie. Permanent as always. Go watch another episode.
Good job.
And this has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye.
Don't say it.
Cons.
Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great. Just as long as we've already let it through our gates. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland, this is Utopia.